All right, let's talk about something that hits close to home for so many of us here in Orlando. Getting that dream kitchen or bathroom, without having to completely empty our bank accounts. We're going to jump right into how you can get a remodel that looks absolutely stunning for a price you probably thought was just a fantasy.
You've seen it, right? You flip on the TV, you get a few quotes, you want that beautiful modern kitchen, but the numbers they throw at you are just staggering. $40,000? $45,000? It can make that dream feel like it's totally out of reach for a normal family. But what if those giant numbers are just based on an old, frankly, inefficient way of doing things? What if there's a much smarter path to getting that look you want?
Okay, just look at this chart. It really makes it crystal clear. On the left, that's your typical remodel quote. That's the number that makes your stomach drop. But over on the right, that's what we call the smart update approach. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars less. That huge gap between them, that's where the magic is. Let's talk about how you get to live on the right side of this chart.
So, first things first. We got to understand the unique situation we have right here in Orlando. It's not just about saving money. It's about seeing the opportunity that's right in front of us.
So here's the deal. The timing is perfect right now. Home values in Orlando are in this sweet spot where a smart, affordable update can add some serious return on your investment. Plus, while all the big companies are off chasing those huge luxury jobs, a massive gap is opened up for the rest of us. You add in the fact that material costs have finally settled down and that crews are way more available in the summer, and boom, the window of opportunity is wide open.
Okay, so we know why it's the perfect time. Now, let's get into the how. This is the insider info that's going to save you thousands.
The big idea here is what we call smart updates. This isn't about bringing in a wrecking ball and tearing everything down to the studs. No way. It's all about being strategic, making those high-impact changes that give you that wow factor without the crazy cost, the mess, and the months of your house being a construction zone.
And this right here, this might be the biggest secret of them all, your cabinets. Just look at this comparison. A full replacement is an absolute budget killer. It takes forever, but if your cabinet boxes are still in good shape, just replacing the doors and fronts can give you the exact same look for a tiny fraction of the cost, and it's done in like a week or two. This one decision is a total game changer.
Just let that number sink in. Over $10,000. That is the power of making one smart choice. It's literally the difference between thinking, oh, maybe someday, and heck yeah, let's do this now. That's not just savings, That's money for new appliances, a family vacation, or just peace of mind.
All right, so cabinets are the big one, no doubt. But what other changes give you the most bang for your buck? Let's get into the nitty-grit.
This table lays out some real, honest-to-goodness numbers for projects right here in Orlando. You can see how that door replacement strategy is incredibly affordable. A bath refresh, where you just focus on the important stuff, can completely change the vibe of the room for under $8,000. And even a new backsplash, which makes a huge style impact, can be done in a couple of days for a super reasonable price.
Now, let's talk surfaces. For our crazy Orlando humidity, quartz is the undefeated champion. It's tough as nails, you never have to seal it, and it just looks incredible. But hey, if that's not in the budget, today's laminate is a fantastic value. I'm telling you, it looks so much like real stone, it's unbelievable. And the number one pro tip for bathrooms, a new Vanity. It's the one thing that can single-handedly pull a dated bathroom into this century.
Okay, this next part is absolutely critical for anyone living in Central Florida. It's not just about making your home look good, it's about making it last. You have to Florida-proof your investment.
This quote says everything you need to know. Our climate is just different. The nonstop humidity, the intense heat, the storms, they will literally destroy materials that weren't made for it. Choosing the wrong stuff is like just setting your money on fire.
So what do you choose? This slide lays it out perfectly. You've got to avoid things like regular plywood, it'll warp, and standard paint that'll just grow mold. Instead, you need to invest in things like marine-grade plywood, quartz, and mold-resistant paints. Spending a little extra upfront on the right materials means you won't be redoing everything in 5 years. And a real local pro knows the stuff like the back of their hand.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important piece of this whole puzzle. You can have all the best ideas in the world, but you absolutely need the right partner to make it all happen.
This is where that local experience is completely non-negotiable. You want a partner who's seen it all here in Orlando. Someone who knows the difference between a modern Lake Nona home and the historic rules in Winter Park.
a company that's been serving our community since 2012 and who was there helping people rebuild after Hurricane Ian. That's a team with deep, invaluable local knowledge.
So, what do you really get with a true local expert? Well, they know which materials will actually survive our humidity. They know the ins and outs of local building codes. They've got relationships with the best suppliers, which is huge. But honestly, it really boils down to reliability. Just knowing that they'll show up when they say they will. That's the advantage you're paying for.
So there you have it. We've covered the why, the how, and the who. That smart, affordable Orlando remodel, it's not a myth. It is a reality for families who use the right strategy and, of course, the right team. So the only question left is, are you ready to make it happen?
Your dream space is so much closer and more affordable than you think. If you're ready to transform your home with a trusted team that knows Orlando inside and out, it's time to make the call. For all those odd jobs, drywall repair, painting, flooring, and even a full kitchen and bath remodel, having a reliable partner makes all the difference. Get your project started by contacting TJ Handyman Services.